5 минут, может быть, меньше, чем 5 минут. Yep, they are switching us. Okay, we are live now. Mute your mics. Good afternoon to all of our listeners and viewers of our program. You're listening to Maker Park Radio. The name of this show is Electrosteam, and I'm your host. My name is Edka. This show is made possible by tireless support of our producers and radio station leaders, Chris Wallace and Tom Ferry. Despite any circumstances and different closures and mandates on and restrictions on public gatherings, they have made every single effort and to keep the station open and running and operational. Thank you, Tom and Chris, for making this happen. And also, I'd like to say that it does take a lot of effort to keep this operation going. We are not broadcasting from the studio, which is located at 450 Front Street on Staten Island. We are broadcasting remotely, and there is a lot of little technical things that have to be covered, and because of Tom and Chris and also of my fellow radio host DJs and other participants who offered their help to the radio station to keep the studio working and operational. Kudos to all of you guys. Thanks so much. And now I'm back to our show. Today I'm so pleased to present to you one of the hidden jewels that was homebrewed in Brooklyn, New York. One of the first Russian-American hip-hop and rap groups, which is called Mutantoff The Killektive. They have been around since the end of the 90s and hanging around in the New York underground, slowly gaining their popularity with the pace of time. Around 2000s, early 2000s, 2001, 2002, they released a number of cool tracks which caught people's attention here in the States and abroad in Russia among different record labels. This collective has made into various music charts, multiple music releases, compilations, and performed live shows. Besides becoming popular in the underground, their music kicked in the door to Hollywood as well. Some of their songs were included in movies with very well-known actors such as Morgan Freeman, Antonio Banderas, and Liev Schreiber. Today, Mike Mutantoff himself, we'll just call you guys by first names, okay? So Mike and Julia will connect to us by Zoom since they're all scattered around the world at the moment. So Mike is connecting to us from the United States, from the state of Alabama, and Julia is connecting to us from New Zealand. Please welcome Mike and Julia. How you doing, guys? Make some noise.
Yeah, doing good, man. Kia from New Zealand.
All right, all right. How can you hear us? All right, all good. You know, I want to just make sure the sound is all good on all aspects. Yes. Okay. Good. And I'm going to ask our fellow listeners to give us any kind of feedback. If there's any kind of audio issues, video issues, please do comment on the situation. We will try to resolve it as fast as possible. So, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys for coming in, and I know it's what time is it, Julia, for you? It's like 6 o'clock.
No, 7 o'clock in the morning.
7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's very early.
Very decent.
Wow! This is almost a heroic act on your behalf. I know you're a busy person, and there's many other commitments you have, but I think it was important for us to meet and share the project with the public, and with not only with the Russian-speaking public, but also with non-Russian speaking as well. And
appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Mike, and you're all good. You took a couple of minutes off from your family obligations and your work.
Yes.
No, my family is. I have kids here around, so you might run through or something if I see them.
So from time to time, we will see them coming, running through their view, right? Okay, that's okay.
Maybe.
That's all acceptable. So I have actually for today's show, I have a number of questions to ask you, and I kind of have a plan of operation here, but I think I'm going to do a little bit of a freestyle. Before we go into jumping into questionnaire and so on, kind of wanted to start with maybe before we will dive into what you used to do, you know, can you tell us where you are at the moment? What is your, how do you survive as of right now? What do you do as of right now?
Mike?
This is a question to who Yula, go ahead.
Ladies first, is it?
Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Okay. Well, I also have kids now. Yeah, 13-year-old teenager, a boy, and a 3-year-old girl. You know, so I'm full-time mother, and also I do work. I'm turn out to be a clinical psychologist of all things. So
After all,
work,
yes.
After all, yeah. Afterwards, yes.
Yep.
So I see patients. I see different clients. That's what I do 4 days a week. I have small, mini private practice, but otherwise I work for the public sector. You know, saving lives, as you do.
A little bit at a time.
Yeah, one person at a time.
Yeah.
And I participate in, well, it's embarrassing to say, amateur theater.
Oh, really? Oh, actually, yeah. I think I saw some of your posts online. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is actually cool.
Yeah. So now I'm playing a woman of all things. I'm playing a woman for Kid That Walked by Himself, I think, by Rudyard Kipling, famous English writer. If you don't know.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, I'm playing the woman, or a woman, how you would say it. Sort of prototypal woman, basically, from prehistoric time, you know, taming beasts. That's what I do. It's going to be a kids' show next week.
Now you're all so proper and, you know, like, oh my God.
No, I'm actually wearing some furs and, well, you know, killed animal, basically. It's and because it's New Zealand, it's dead opossums. That's what I wear, because I consider it to be pet.
Is that seriously? It's like fur or whatever? It's a.
It's actually, I'm gonna be wearing like.
Okay, like
as if I'm a cave woman.
I see. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes. So that's what I do.
That's interesting. Well, all right. So we'll pause at that. Mike, what about you? How do you survive?
I mean, I got a job, man.
PhD.
I mean,
no, PhD with job. Yes, I see.
Sorry.
PhD with job. Yes.
Yes. So you know, by training, by education, I'm an organic chemist. I'm NYU graduate. So you know, that's what I do. I'm a chemist. I'm a researcher actually in a company that make composite materials for airplanes and, you know, satellites and space and airplanes and everything. I have 2 kids, 7 and 11. I call them 7-11 Mafia.
Not for long. You just got 1 year to do that.
Yes. So, actually, my son Sebastian, he turned 11 just a couple of days ago. So
oh yeah.
I came up with it yesterday.
Oh man, listen, I kind of skipped on that. I am sorry. Happy birthday to Sebastian. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. And so, you know, full-time dad, and doing my work, but I'm still, you know, doing music, especially now, you know, during this whole COVID lockdown. I'm working remotely, mostly from home, so I got more free time, so I'm working on some new stuff, and I hope we get a chance to listen to some of this later in the program.
Oh yeah, new music.
Yeah, new
That's
music.
Good. Yeah, that is good. Actually, that is good. Well, before we jump to music, which we will, okay, I kind of wanted to say that I had to do my fair share of researching on your background without you telling me everything, because that's kind of so it wouldn't be totally like produced. Okay, so, and I know, and I kind of recall that you used to call yourself Dr. Mutantoff, right? Dr. Mutantoff, at some point. And that didn't come just from you pulling this out of the blue sky. There is some background to that. So both of you are, let's kind of like roll back all the way to before you arrived to the United States. You're both from the city of Novosibirsk, right? Is that correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
How did you find that out? I thought that's...
that information.
What about, my social security number?
Yes. Well, there's a few charges on your credit card, but don't mind. Those are just, I had to buy a few things for this show, so... Well, yeah, just keeping my old tradition. Anyway, so can you just guys share with us? I know that you used to be like boyfriend and kind of girlfriend before, right? What was like the thing happening? And you coming from the same city, right? Is that's the case, right? So can you tell us about the previous life, version 1.0?
Well, I mean, Yulia can chime in at any time. I mean, we know each other for a very long time. I mean, like, I think we met like in the 7th or 8th grade in a summer camp.
Wow.
Sports camp. So, basically.
Wow. That long.
We were dating on and off. So like in 92, when I came to US, Yulia also like came over, as my girlfriend just on a tourist visa. I was on a student visa. And, at some point, they refused you the tourist visa. And then the only way to get her over here was for us to get married. So that's what we did.
So there was nothing else involved, just the visa situation. Very practical.
Well, yeah, I mean, we didn't have to get, I mean, I don't think we particularly wanted to get married, but we wanted to be together, so.
Okay, all right. So there is a little bit, at least a tiny percentage of maybe mutual feelings besides the practical feelings. Okay, good. Yeah. Julia, what about your take on this?
Yeah, Mike, I don't know. I thought this was a good movie. You made it like a very, very practical solution. I think we definitely had some tiny bit of feelings because we sustained it for 10 years after that.
After all, exactly.
After all, we decided to get married and then live together for 10 years. So that's all good.
Yeah.
Directly from Siberia to New York, I think that was a bit of a shocker for me, I have to say. I was disappointed that Mike didn't live in a high-rise building.
Mike.
Because everybody in the United States lives in high-rise buildings.
Right, that was the stereotype of New York, right? Any larger city, right?
Am I allowed to curse on he lived in some, I don't know, a hall basically in Ship's Head Bay? Mike, where was it?
No, downtown Brooklyn,
One downtown Brooklyn, yeah. At that time it was
Prospect Park. I remember he lived on Prospect Park. That's the place you.
No.
First was Dean Street.
Oh, Dean Street. Okay.
Devon Street. At that time was dodgy.
Yeah, it's called Boring Hill, I think, that area.
Yeah, and then there was some place in Ship's Head Bay or something. Basement at Ship's Head Bay. After we got married, that's where you took me, Mike.
The honeymoon.
It sounds awful.
The reason we lived in Brooklyn downtown is because we both went to Long Island University, Brooklyn downtown campus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah.
And I did chemistry there, and she did psychology.
Yeah.
So you hold on. You guys already studied that before you came. No, you started studying here because you were very young when I first met you. Where did you begin your studies?
In Russia.
Really?
I did 1 year in a university in Russia, in St. Petersburg.
And I did 2.5 years in pedagogical university in Novosibirsk.
Wow. Well,
psychology.
For some of our listeners who is not aware of that city, Novosibirsk, that used to be, how do I describe it? That used to be like like city-wide, that city is well known for scientific community, for scholars, and for very strong universities, sort of like a large MIT, like Massachusetts Institute of Technology, but on a larger scale. And I think, Mike, you also studied at some point in MIT, or were you? I
worked there, for like a year and a half or so.
Okay, all right. So that's kind of like, usually I would say hip-hop music and rap music not exactly very much associated with high level of education, but listen, that's not, no one said that it should not be the case. There's plenty of musicians who has...
Unlike Dr. Dre, I'm a real doctor.
Yeah, right. I think you had that phrase at some point in some interview. You're the very first real doctor rapper, right? But with something actual like doctorate degree. Yeah, so you're permitted. You're completely licensed. So anyway, let's take a quick pause and play some of the music some of the tracks that belongs to this very band. And if you just joined our program, we are here with the project with one of the first Russian American hip hop and rap group, Mike Mutantoff and The Killektive. So and let's listen to the first track, which is called Gangsta Fairy Style. Fairy Tale. I apologize. Fairy Tale. Gangsta Fairy Tale. So let's give it a shot.
Ну вот, теперь можно включать мой.
А ты что здесь делаешь?
Товар конфискую, я сказал.
3-4-5. Кто сегодня в домике идет со мной играть? Марсианские хроники, что приступим к заданию? Собраться и обуться, я пакую в тебя знания. Я быстрее, чем Конфуция, и в машине есть все. Поехали, залазь, ТВ, DVD и сотовая связь. И вроде все по теме, и дыму вроде густом THC в моей системе. Становится грустно, я лезу в заначку, но в ней шиш. Лишь мы едем на восток, свернуть большой аршиш. Кто там на заднем? Ты куришь как раста, ты разве не знал? У тебя астма, прямо и направо. Это ленинский, я в этом ленинцам. Как? Кябинскими ментантом гоняться. Просто бред, хотя кроме них и дураков нет. Мой джип широкий, как танк широкий. И это вам не Тойота Пред, как из пулемета. Вот отстали и погасли фары погони, потому как мы в своем районе. Гора идет, а за ней Магомед идет, как миномет. Сидя, у меня такие шрамы, которых ты не видел. Я просто девушка отечественного рэпа. Ты не прожил столько, сколько я скурил грека. У меня репутация, шашка и булка. Да я мозг операций с руками хирурга. Отходники, обломы, подставы, засады. А как еще платить за место в хит-парадах? Хип-хоп на электрическом стуле. А хули, жизнь мне навстречу со скоростью пули. Бруклин, лето, я сшибаю косяки, как сигареты. Дурь отовсюду, а чуйки до Ямайки сорвала в моей башке. Последние гайки, но Бруклин не найти. Вернее, экскурсовода, единственных живых. Друг лунохода, шапки-невидимки, сапогов, скороходов. В бомбой стайл вышибая пломбы, я метаю рэпом мегатонные бомбы. И тогда ты дрейфуешь без остановки. Ведь бесплатность так бывает, только мышеловки. Я работаю тик-так, да быстро так, что даже Клинт Иствуд не успеет. Песню для меня Джеки Чан, капусты качан. Кто номер один в очередь к врачам? Сохранять новое внимание в путешествии по высиям. Достиг понимания, внимание, миссия. Нью-Йорк, Нью-Йорк, the city of dreams, but living in New York ain't always what it seems. Короче, ночи в Бруклине очень, кто знает, прикуп проживает в Сочи. Вот такие хорки в городе Нью-Йорке. Такие хорки в городе Нью-Йорке.
Wow, wow, I love it. I love it. It's a really cool truck, by the way. I have to say that. Oh, hold on. Did you have that shirt too? Or, no. We got similar t-shirts now. Okay, so my t-shirt as well as, well, let me just show it. So my t-shirt, I don't know if it still works. Yeah, it does work, right? So you can hear that. Okay, cool. So, all right. Let's move on. First of all, this is a very cool song, and this song has an interesting kind of a swing on it. So as I was researching to this song, first of all, this is one of my favorite ones. I think I don't care. I know that there is some grammatical kind of issues in Russian, but who cares? It's not about being perfectly grammatically correct. It's about the groove, it's about the vibe, and I think you've done a good job here. Okay, this is a good track. Of course, man. And but there is a story behind this song. First, I'm going to ask a few questions about how did you compose this song? What is this song really about? And go on.
Well, I mean, that's like the first rap lyrics that I wrote. You know, I used to write lyrics. I probably started writing poetry like in a like 7th or 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
But writing actually rap lyrics is a little bit different. So this was like in 5 probably when.
Oh, really? 95.
I was under. I was sort of heavily influenced by West Coast rap, like G-Funk.
Mm-hmm.
Living in Brooklyn downtown, when I came over to US, I didn't like listen much to any rap music in Russia. I knew Run DMC maybe, but they didn't resonate with me. So, but when I heard like there's this track called Nothing But a G Thing by Dr. Dre from The Chronic, man, I was like, it just immediately clicked with me, and I was like, wow, what is this cool, groovy, vibe and and a track. And so I started listening to this stuff, and the more I listened to it, the more I kind of understood like that most of the songs are actually just basically about how cool the performer is, and I mean generally in rap, right?
Yeah, sure. How wonderful I am, right?
What's that?
How wonderful I am, or how wonderful am I? Actually, yeah, to be precise, yeah.
And so this is a parody actually on gangster rap. So there's a lot of jokes there. So that's what I thought. I was like, okay, so I'm not a gangster, but I can write like a parody, sort of a song, about gangster rap. So that's why it's called Gangster Fairy Tale, because it's all really funny. I mean, it's not really, anything hardcore.
Got you. Yeah, because it's kind of funny for me to I kind of see like a sense of parody in the video clip that you've created, which I think which also has a nice history. Okay, so sort of a legacy at this point. So what I was going to say that. It's kind of strange to listen to this song. If I would know you personally, I would be like, this guy's like gangster and so on. But you're like a real professor of, chemistry, and sort of like, kind of, where do you actually go for, like doing all your gangster stuff? At what time?
Well, back then I wasn't professor yet. I was just an undergraduate student. Okay, so
rising star professor, I guess, right?
Okay, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah, you had your you were dressing up like a rapper for sure. Yeah, you had a little bit of style to yourself. Yeah. Well,
I lived in Brooklyn downtown. Yeah.
So you picked up the style from the people you've seen around. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, here's what I came up to, which has a funny. I'm taking it really like with a peel of sarcasm. So I know that around the year 2001, you were going to Russia. You were traveling to Russia to perform at the music festival. I think it was in Moscow. I think it Adidas, sponsored by Adidas. Whatever it was called. Do you remember do you recall the name of that festival?
Yeah, it's called Adidas Street Ball Challenge.
Right.
It's a huge fest.
Yeah.
Like every year they had it for a while.
Yeah, and and actually on Facebook, I found the picture from the crowd that was taken of the stage where you were performing. Listen, dude, this is not a small thing. It's something to be proud of. Okay, and on the way there, just somebody had a good idea that you guys should make a really quick video. Don't worry about production. Make it real fast so we can send to MTV as your promo clip, which you did. We have at that time we had a few friends of ours, video makers, Igor Nurgaliev and Dmitry Kino. I know him by his nickname Kino. Dmitry Rosin, right? That's his last name.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Right. So very talented video makers, really young and talented video makers who wanted to help you out. So you guys went and made this nice video, which wasn't like all produced. It was made on a shaky camera, had really low fi resolution. It was nothing like. It wasn't meant to be nothing more than just a clip that you would just send to somebody to email, just like check this out. We just put this together just for fun. But somehow somebody, one of your friends or one of the people you were working with at that music festival suggested that you should as well submit this video to MTV Russia, which you did. And that TV...
Well, okay. It was actually, I had a producer back then, so you can't just submit a video to MTV. Anyway.
Sure, yes.
So he took it there. I mean, without me knowing it.
Right, and the rest of the story. Okay, so if you don't mind, I don't think there's anything like bad about this. So, but I think it gave you a lot more than it meant to do. Okay, it was meant to do this video was going to be just a quick video for just to show like about something about the group, and okay, so it ended up in MTV Russia, but because it was not produced properly, so they thought this is the best you can do. And they took this video into so-called shit parade, where they would display and like joke about the worst possible bands and groups and worst possible performers. So they took that
really like videos. I mean,
videos, right? Videos, yeah. So the host of the show, basically describe that you because the video doesn't match the words when you sing that my Jeep Cherokee, but you actually at the point in Russian you say my Jeep Cherokee, my Jeep Cherokee, but in the video you're not really showing a Jeep, you're riding on a green Mercedes, and the guy took it.
Aquamarine.
Yeah,
Look, we did this video like in 2 days. I mean, so
sure, yeah.
I just
so and then the guy was focusing so much on whether your words matching the pictures on the screen and had nothing to do with how about the vibe of the actual song, how about it's actually pretty good, it's dancey, okay? I don't care, I'm not going to go in a pop song and take it apart, dissect it, and see whether it means something. Means nothing. It's just about, keep going, right? So he's like, well, and you didn't pronounce this word properly, and also when the helicopter is flying by, you actually speaking about grenade launchers. I'm like, dude, who cares? But the point is that I thought for a minute, well, how would I take that criticism? To me, I would be only glad, because there's nothing better than negative, like, how do they say, negative publicity. Yes,
publicity.
Exactly, because negative publicity works a lot better than positive publicity. If somebody says this is such a good music, or versus this movie sucks, everyone goes to see the movie all of a sudden. Right?
Well, the point was that not what he was saying, but they played this song, on the most popular program on MTV, there. So this producer, he tried to take other bands to this program, but it wasn't funny, so they wouldn't take those videos. the whole Russia basically knows the song now.
No, exactly, yeah, because it was, after all, MTV Russia. At that point, we're speaking of, what, 150 million people, roughly, exposure. Not too bad, because that was broadcasted on national channels, on a federal level. And that was a pretty good promotion for you, dude.
It was. I mean, we were upset first about this because, you know, they didn't tell us that it's going to go to MTV. I mean, we probably could put more effort in it, but it was just like a, you know, sort of introduction to the band and the music. So we first got upset, but then, like, when we realized that so many people saw it, you know, and, you know, it was like, wow, okay.
Right. Well, I would be only happy and glad, because this is like, open the door. They know who you are. They know that such band even exists. You know, so, yeah, because there was like, you know, it wasn't that easy, actually. You're absolutely correct. It wasn't that easy to get to MTV. You had to know someone, and you had good stuff. So you made it at that point. So, and since we are speaking of video clips that were produced, that was not the only video clip. There were a lot of other video clips, and one of those we have today. And let's show it to our listeners. And if you guys to our listeners, if you're joining us just now, today we have, this is Electrosteam, and my name is Ed Khan. You're listening to Maker Park Radio. And we have on joining us via Zoom, the first Russian-American hip-hop, one of the first Russian-American hip-hop and rap groups, which is called Mutantoff The Killektive. And now we're going to play a video which is called Dead Presidents. Let's watch the video.
Let's do this. We're gonna do that shot, yo.
Медленно, но верно, как дурной сон, мой последний доллар превращается в озон. Мне чьи-то говорит, не думай об этом, сразу станешь крутить из 100 баксовых билетов. Мани, я как ежик в тумане, я стараюсь не думать о белой обезьяне. Сколько заморочек от амбиций быть первым, да каждый жить захочет, как я хотел бы. Постепенно, на вас попеременно я веду непременно состояние измены. И это мой рынок, вот он что подвох. Я торгую дымом, выдох, вдох, я окружен криминалом, массивным номиналом, порочным нелегалом. Не и этого мало. БМВ, Бензы, Кадиллаки, Ниссаны. Я снова думаю о белой обезьяне. Я вращаюсь тут, а я вращаюсь там. Строю планы стать богатым, просыпаюсь по утрам. Пока бегут проценты, я мысль перманентно. Где бы мне достать мертвых президента? Шоу снова в сети, зовет меня в трени, а сесть в малине островов в Вест-Инде. Я покуриваю в креслах, и мне немного грустно, но свято места не бывает пусто.
I know what you need, I know what you want, let's do this shit all night long.
И ко мне тянет мой телекинез или что-то еще.
Yes, baby, yes.
Телефонные звонки по спине лопата, я с полслова знаю, чего от меня надо, но каждое их надо мне приносит траты. Нашли когда звонить, телепаты, я больше не тусуюсь, меня нет в свете, я дома, я шифруюсь, я на бюджете. Я вращаюсь тут, а я вращаюсь там. Строю планы стать богатым, просыпаюсь по утрам. Пока бегут проценты, я мысль перманентно. Где бы мне достать мертвых президента? Мой новый план сработать должен без помехи. Свой ажор всегда был залог успеха. Ведь из этой своей ниши я очень четко вижу, честно заработать можно только грыжу. Так что строй свой локатор на нелегалы круто. Когда стану богатым, никого не забуду. Но есть люди, как я, а есть люди, как Шура. Кругом Шуры, купюры, липнут как дуры. Постепенно вас попеременно я и вел отмена в состояние измены. И это мой рынок, вот в чем подвох. Я торгую дымом, выдох, вдох. Светик сильный светик, где лампа Аладдина. Трах тебе дох, я богат как Буратино. Шутка богов, плюс зигзаг удачи. Я деньги трачу, не считая бросает сдачи. А я прощаюсь с тьмой, а я прощаюсь с строю планы стать богатым, просыпаюсь по утрам. Пока бегут проценты, я мыслю перманентно, где бы мне достать мертвых президентов. А я прощаюсь с тьмой, а я прощаюсь с строю планы стать богатым, просыпаюсь по утрам. Пока бегут проценты, я мыслю перманентно, где бы мне достать мертвых президентов. А я прощаюсь с тьмой, а я прощаюсь с строю планы стать богатым, просыпаюсь по утрам. Пока бегут проценты, я мыслю перманентно, где бы мне достать мертвых президентов.
На концерт опоздал. Музыка тоже хуйня какая-то, честно говоря.
Где? Была или сейчас?
Сейчас нет, на концерт опоздал, поэтому не знаю, какая там музыка была.
I hope everyone had a good chance to view the video, and I remember kind of this event. This event took place at the club Downhouse, and that is with another member of the Killektive, Maria Malik, right? Maria Malik, her last name, yes. Right? Who is at the moment in Mexico, and she is unable to join us right now due to internet connection and other issues with getting online. But despite, you guys can speak on her behalf and about this video. First of all, Dead Presidents. What's up with the title, especially in the light of the upcoming elections in the United States? This is like a little dangerous here. Come on. Who wants to spill some light on the title and what this song is all about?
Dude, this song is written from the bottom of my heart. I mean, you know,
seriously.
That Presidents is money, right?
Money.
Yeah, we you know, when we lived together there in like Brooklyn, and we were very poor because you know, we didn't have much of the scholarships. We couldn't work legally. We could only work on campus. So we were always poor, like very poor. So that's what the song is about. Like, you know, where do I find the Dead Presidents, you know? So it's also a very popular song. It's like probably our number 1 or number 2 hit, you know?
Yes, yeah.
So you saw the sort of like a live performance. So I don't know, Yulia, you want to, you know, chime on our poverty as a in college life?
No, I remember you were making, what is it, $417 a month.
Oh.
I think that's something like
$450.
$450, sorry. $450.
Yes.
I don't know why I said.
Yeah, he was hiding the other $33 on something.
You told me. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh no, that was a tragic time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we bought me a bikini something, Mike, for $10. It's very expensive, in Fulton Mall, and
yeah.
a place, you know, for $1 a slice or something like that, and that bag with bikini was stolen from me.
Oh, really?
We bought it.
Despite what size that was, right? It might not have been even used as a bikini consequently.
Late, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it helped this person. But anyway, I still remember how that bikini looked like.
Yeah.
With the black bikini with bow ties, different color bow ties. I thought it was very beautiful. Anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, we didn't buy another one. I have to say, we couldn't afford another one. That was it. It was our loss. So yeah.
So that was a big part of the song. So Dead Presidents and kind of bikini situation.
Yeah, there's some stuff there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think we were lots of rice cooking. I think rice.
Listen, rice is pretty good. It's healthy. You know, it's not a fast food, and you know, you get your nutrients and
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so maybe sometimes, you know, not having excess actually good.
Look at that.
Yeah. So maybe it worked for the better. It pushed you to start to be studying. You know, look at you. You guys became people. You know, like you became something. You know, besides having music, you also made, built a profession for yourself because as a result of the struggling early in your life, I think. Yeah.
Yes, thanks to rice and beans.
Yeah.
And Mike's father, who said there is not a chance you're gonna become a rap singer, you're gonna be a chemist.
Oh. Yeah. What about your father? What was his background? Yes, your father, Julian.
He's a chemist also.
Oh yeah.
Mike's father is chemist, yeah.
Oh, so that's why Mike was chosen to be your boyfriend and a husband, because he has.
No, hold on. Mike's father is a chemist. No, my father is a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see like actual relationships, being spoken at the kitchen table when you guys were doing something else between both of your fathers. They were making arrangements.
No, they don't know. They don't even really know each other.
They don't know each other? Novosibirsk is not such a large city. I mean, it's a big city, but I'm sure they've seen each other at some point.
Probably, yeah.
How big is the city, by the way, speaking of?
1.3 million.
Wow. Well, Brooklyn is larger than that.
Capital of Siberia.
Yep, it is, yeah.
This city, in one of the movies, I think 4th of July, is being destroyed by aliens or something with the Will Smith.
Okay.
Will Smith, on the map you see my city being destroyed by the target shooting of the aliens from the UFOs or something like that. In the big letters it says Novosibirsk, and it, so it must have been important. Some people who was producing it in Hollywood knew. It's a big scientific city, and it's well, Mike, you can also say that, right? It's produced a lot of interesting stuff in secret laboratories. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't speak this on public, He signed the papers 40 years ago, or when he was a child.
Even though he's only 35, 40 years ago he signed papers.
When you're born there, you sign papers
immediately.
Right. So yeah. So that is the situation. Also, coming back to the video, that video is from the club that used to be around in the mid early 2000s to I think until 2010. I think so. Maybe a little bit later. So the club was called Down House, right? And that very club. That video recording is from 2011. How do I know that, Mike? How do I know that video recording is from...
Because you were the engineer there.
Because I was the engineer there, and I was the one who ruined your performance. How do I remember that? Because, as the years went by, I'm perfect guy again. But, I still have that recording, which I, thanks to you, reviewed just a few months, a month ago, and I was terrified. I didn't know how you didn't kill me right after the performance for doing that to you, because I suggested, ladies and gentlemen, hey Mike, as a very respectful sound engineer in the local community, Mike called me up and said, Ed, you seem to know the buttons, so what should we're going to be doing a live performance in the club Down House. So I want to kind of play the music. I want to play, we need to play the music, so I'll be singing just so the music plays in the background. How do I do it? And I'm like, Mike, you should use CD player. He's like, CD player? Why should I be using CD player? Let's use like a mini, I don't know, like hard drive, a mini disc, something else, like maybe something better than CD player. I said, no, because CD player, the sound will be really nice and sharp, uncompressed audio. I gave you like some scientific explanation. And here I come to the actual concert. I sit in the sound booth, and as soon as we start playing the CD, the club, the speakers in the club started to produce nice low frequency every beat, and those frequencies were shaking up the CD player and of course the laser needle on it. So every beat we had like with this song. And at some point you were tolerant. Then you said, "What's going on over there? What the heck is going on over there? Ed, leave the CD player alone." And I can't do anything because the CD player just keeps jumping every beat. So I had to hold the CD player. I pulled it from the rack, and I was holding in my hands as a support.
As a baby, newborn baby.
to try to resolve the situation while that was taking place. So I am so very sorry for being an idiot. And of course, I should have suggested to you use the hard drive, the tape, or something that it doesn't affect. It's not affected by that.
Look, you only messed up that song that you just played.
No, man. I've listened to the whole performance. No, I messed up only every other song too. Just to a different degree. Some songs you just said just forever. Stop it. Next song. And Masha, the other performer who is not with us here today, she was performing. Julie, I don't think you were there. Were you at that performance?
No, I was in New Zealand. I couldn't fly
you were
on that.
right. Yes,
very quickly. Yeah.
When did you move to New Zealand?
2009.
Wow.
It was the saddest
No
day of
way.
my life. I had to leave New York. Yeah, after the, my husband, couldn't find a job during the, financial crisis of 2009.
Right.
And, Auckland University said, yeah, sure, come to us.
Wow, that's cool.
I had to leave, unfortunately. It's pretty sad.
So what city are you living in now?
Auckland.
Auckland,
I live in
okay.
Auckland. Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with New Zealand.
It's not the capital. It's not the capital of New Zealand. It's if you don't know, Wellington is. But Auckland is like a bigger city. It's like New York, if you can.
Okay.
I mean, it's still more like Ship's Head Bay, I have to say. But
is it? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's New York of New Zealand.
That is cool. All right, so let's move on. The time is ticking, guys. Believe it or not, almost an hour passed. So let's keep going, okay? I have the next song on the mixer, which is called "Drug Dealer."
Кто знает, почем лихо посвящается. Моя работа всегда опасна и трудна, хоть на первый взгляд как будто не видна. Ты знаешь от кого-то то, что крыть я давно еще пахну, как Индонезия. Алло, это я, мы открыты всю ночь, я не знаю тебя, но понял ты не прочь. Мне известно 33 способа забыться, жди меня внизу, скажем в час 30, играй со мной в игру. Правила ты знаешь, сбудется все, что не пожелаешь, никакого страха, ведь мы с тобой одни, посылаем на притяжение земли. У меня для тебя, как 47 ага, всегда до самого утра. Однако ощущение, что меня нет дома. Оставьте сообщение, номер телефона.
Набираю номер код. Здравствуй, я Катя. Я могу сверить на связи. Играй со мной в игру. Правила ты знаешь, сбудется все, что не пожелаешь. Хочешь будет блядь, только попроси. 1995-97. С того же жанра, что Сабрина, Сиси Кейдж, Саманта, Сандра, Систер Кейдж.
Вы начитались повести, я горя по ее вино. Смак, афродизиак, стресс, компресс, лучше с, чем без. Какой либо забав, ведь я в большой дружбе с большой овчаркой из большой спецслужбы ФСБ, ФБР, Моссад, НВПД. Мы вас завсегда на 2 шага впереди. Без семьи, ремонт, щапари, перегрузки. В эфире мы одни, и мир такой узкий. Но знает, как готовится корабль пошел. Перегрузки кончатся и станет хорошо.
Алло, это Маша, я звоню Юле. 4 года стажа, сиденье на улице. Тащит походкой, я вышла из мая. Вся такая заводная, вся внезапная такая. Рекс, упаковка бэкс. Это не любовь, это качественный секс. Алло, это Аня, пусть будет easy. I'll get money, let's get busy. Странные дни. Теплые ванны, диплоидные сны. Хрустальные волны разбиваются во мне. Пойдем купаться, забудь в пустоте.
Итак, дела в моем микрорайоне. Все, кроме меня, желают быть в законе. Мелкие воришки, и те боятся вышки. Лишь мышка держит шишку по дьявольским делишкам. С иконом жизнь современ спецшколы. Я думаю, бизнес мне не до прикола. Всех дилеров больше в этом бизнесе. Кайфа с наворотом, больше отворота. Я по лайфу, алло, это я. Мы открыты всю ночь, я не знаю тебя, но понял ты не прочь. Доедешь куда надо, за это отвечай. И я живу рядом, заходи на полку чая.
Очевидно, вероятно, запахом Суматры. Тебе неприятно, это я, Клеопатра. Я на гангстер рэпс, что, baby, relax, я куплю тебе лекс. Пару граммов крэкс, 2 на виски, сода. Вот столкновение было, столкновение сзади. Мы любим хип-хап, потому что мы Step all night long. Do it, do it. All night long. Do it, do it. All night long. Do it, do it right. Step, getting closer, getting closer. All night long. Do it, do it. All night long. Do it right.
All right. You're listening to Maker Park Radio. This is Electrosteam Radio Show. My name is Ed K. Today, not in the studio, but online via Zoom, we have Mike Mutantoff and The Killektive, one of the first Russian-American and hip-hop groups that was homebrewed in Brooklyn, New York. And today we have two members of the band, Mike himself and Julia. Mike is from joining from Alabama, and Julia from New Zealand.
Hello, hello. Yeah.
Hello, hello. Yes, yes. So, what I wanted to share with you guys today is, I wanted to share with you. I have some sounds coming in here. Let me just take care of those sounds so they're not going to bother us. And just give me one moment. And today we just listened to the track which is called Drug Dealer. And for those who doesn't speak Russian and only speaks English or other languages but does not understand Russian, that track kind of has that James Bond theme in it. Yeah, kind of. And it does have
what?
James Bond.
James Bond.
James Bond theme.
It has no Mission Impossible.
Oh, sorry. Oh, not Mission Impossible. Well, it's kind of... that is a mistake on my part. Yeah, it is Mission Impossible. It's not James Bond. Absolutely correct. Why did I think it was James Bond? So...
because of Mike, because he looks like one.
Yeah, right. Mike is the James Bond dude. Okay, so... going back to what I was going to say, so it has a mentioning of the Secret Service, KGB, Mossad, the Israeli Secret Service, and some other secret services. So naturally, this track is kind of brings me up to the next episode that I was just about to share with you guys. So hold off and let's watch the next episode, and that where the actual music of this project being used. And let me just play it, okay? Stay with me. Well, let me just inform you guys what that was. Okay, so first of all, this is a Netflix series which is called Lake Hollywood, season 4, episode 10, which I had to buy, Mike, by the way. So I don't know if you get any royalties from this, but anyway, which contains one of the tracks by this very collective who is online with me right now, Mike, Julia, and Maria, who is in Mexico but joining us, I guess, spiritually. And this particular episode is with Liev Schreiber, very famous actor, and also Raymond J. Barry and Jack Casey. And I watched the entire episode, so I can get an idea what this is all about. So it's about like basically some deals between Russian mafia, who is dealing fake art to prospective clients. Obviously, all the Russians usually do this kind of business. And Mike, as a gangster, had to participate in some level. So the song that, first of all, I want to applaud to you guys. That's a big deal, okay?
The show is called Ray Donovan.
Yeah, Ray Donovan, right. Well, it's for some reason on my, it came as Lake Hollywood, but that's, okay, so it's Ray Donovan. Yes, that came up in the title as well. But I think that's the name of the main character, who's being played by Liev Schreiber. Okay, and the song that is being played is called Transit Passenger. And let's play the actual song. How about that? Okay, and then we'll talk more about this.
Страдамус, через Лос Паганос, полно Гуантанамерос и Багамос, мамы, одиночек, Винни-Пуху по туннелям, Винни-Пух, тупик, все конструкты стальных, я будет и в Лапанде, и дрелем или трямде, там, где сплошная почемучка, с одним на все ответом, скорее бы получка, за рейс, сразу лето, а внутри я знаю сам, я все тот же пацан, снова пацана, до самого конца, до самого конца, до самого конца, до самого конца. Мама, я вырос, заведенный ковчега, сломала мне кармана, да, белый. Я на планете Кукусклана, я 4 фантом, я почти нереален, где-то тут, то там. А тем, кто не играл, не играйте, а и не бывали, не бывайте, алрайте, дайте. Раскрутить это партия, вы не знали о мутанте, достерите и узнайте. Йоу, дымные колечки, за оранжевой речкой, не выдают человечков, кто люки раздраил, был растаял, фристайл, фристайл, фристайл.
All right, I tried to help a little bit at the end, okay? So,
thanks.
You got it. Can you put my credit into the this track as well?
Yeah.
Plate synthesizer part. Okay, anyway. So let's move on. This very track, Transit Passenger, was a remix. This is not a classic hip hop or rap kind of. This is more like trance, yeah. And it was remixed by a friend of yours who's. Can you just give us the highlight on the Yelgazin? What's his last name?
Yeah, his name is Konstantin Yelgazin.
Yelgazin, yeah.
Yeah, I did several tracks with him. He's an excellent, electronic musician, just musician in general. He makes music for computer games.
Oh, is he? Wow, that's how it goes. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, really, really talented, and happy to know him.
That is good for you, man. And also, there is another remix of the same song, which is done by you. Let's play it. Yeah, that is yours.
Нетрезвый Нострадамус, через Лос Паганос, полный Гуантанамерос. И Багамос Мамос, одним ночью к Винни-Пуху, по туннелям Винни-Пых. Тыдых, конструкции стальных, меж вагонов на подножке, мохнатым на ложку. И нет других поводов, все, что мне дорого, полный замудников волшебного города. И я. Сколько в детство не длилось, все накрылось, Natural Born Killers. Мама, я вырос взведенный, как Твига, ствола на дне кармана. Да я белый и мега на планете Кукус-Клана. F4 фантома, я почти нереален. Я то тут, то там, я интернационален. А тем, кто не играл, не играйте. Хай, не бывали, не бывайте. Алрайте, вы только дайте нам раскрутить это парти. Ах, вы не знали о мутанте? Ну так спросите и узнайте. Дымные колечки, там за черной речкой нам выдают человечков, кто люки раздраил, был и растаял. Фристайл, фристайл.
Nice. I like this one too. Actually, this is more like, this is not exactly classic rap either, but this is interesting, like branch you're developing. Keep going.
Yeah, we always try to do some kind of fusion, classic, maybe sometimes, but when we were in Brooklyn, I guess we're lucky to be surrounded by electronic musicians like yourself and other guys, and so always try to mix things up, Sebastian.
So this track, how did you remix this one? What was involved? What was the process for you?
What was involved?
Yeah.
I have to actually re-sing it. So what was involved was this.
Wow. You had to play, right? I think you, yeah. That you do that very well, actually. Very cool. So I think you used to use Fruity Loops before, back in the day. I think so, right? Many years ago.
No, I never used Fruity Loops.
No? For some reason I thought you were. You were, dude, because at some point you brought to me a track which we're trying to restore. One of the tracks which only had like loops from Fruity Loops.
Really? I always used Acid, I think.
Or Acid. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe some. Yeah, Acid. Okay. Yeah, some let's say non-standard digital audio work. Like workstation.
The simplest one.
Well, Acid is not one of the but anyway, it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, we're listening to Electrosteam at Micropark Radio. I am the host of the show. My name is Edka, and we have Mike and Julia of Mike Mutantoff The Killektive joining us by Zoom from different countries. And this is not it. The time is ticking. I kind of feel I won't be able to show and share everything let's watch the next episode. Please stay tuned.
Wait here. I hear they prefer cash. Or your firstborn.
Why don't you try the standard instead? Jealous?
Of who?
The mystery bandits.
I'm afraid that type of thing is not my style.
Well, I think this guy's got panache.
All right, and we just finished watching another video clip, which is from the movie Thick as Thieves with Morgan Freeman and Antonio Banderas, both famous and favorite actors of mine as well. And this is from 2009, and this in the soundtrack in this episode was also used from the from your album, and that is the name of that song is Electric Blue, right? And so that is amazing, dude. That, I mean, all three of you. There's a lot more of you. I know there was we had other participants in the band. At some point, you had other people. We'll mention them as well. Andrei Droid Shevchenko, who is now in the city of Sochi, the Spaceman, which we will play a track with Spaceman. I just couldn't remember his last name. I always called him Spaceman. What's his name actually?
His name is Vladimir.
Vladimir. Wow, man, I totally forgot. Thanks for reminding me this. And I think we had another member in the band. Well, you have a person who helps you to do the mixes, and maybe I'm missing somebody else. But anyway, just in response for Julia, and everybody else, we are doing both video broadcast and audio broadcast. And you can watch this broadcast, and you should watch it because we're showing the, video clips at makerparkradio.nyc. That is the URL, http makerparkradio.nyc. This is where you can go and watch our videos. And so we just watched the video clip with Morgan Freeman and Antonio Banderas on Brighton Beach. Well, in New York, Brooklyn, New York, the heart of the Russian community. Well, I think at this point, that place is still there. It still exists, but it doesn't look like that anymore. I mean, it lost its vibe. It's gone. It's no longer there, unfortunately. But what's there is the next video clip for the same song, but full version, which is called Electric Blue. So let's enjoy that one. Stay with me.
Через ситечко отмывает косточки от золота. Белый холст на серых досках струганных, синие глиняные лесенки помечены. Звезды мы становимся подругами, навсегда от сил земных излечивай. Ты где-то там, за большой медведицей, и уже никогда нам не встретиться, но повсюду наверху
Я хожу вокруг огрова, я смотрю вокруг оба. Это смерть выше пробы. Бедный молится хлебу, бедный молится небу. Я хожу вокруг огрова, я смотрю вокруг оба. Это смерть выше пробы. Бедный молится хлебу, бедный молится небу.
На рассветах серых совы прячутся, крылья лошадей горят пожарами. Скоро, видно, все переиначится, станут длинными мериться гектарами. Вознесутся коли телеграфные, поползут канаты телефонные, и найдут все странники уставшие, путь с тобой последнему поломанным. Ты где-то там, за большой медведицей, и уже никогда, никогда нам не встретиться, но повсюду наверху этот цвет электрик блю возьмет, да и наполнит, что я помню и люблю.
Смотрю вокруг лоба, это смерть выше пробы. Бедный молится хлебу, бедный молится небу. Я хожу вокруг гроба, я смотрю вокруг лоба, это смерть выше пробы. Бедный молится хлебу, бедный молится небу.
And that was Electric Blue with featuring Maria Malik or Masha of the Mike Mutantoff and The Killektive. And question to you guys, who made that video? Who shot that video?
Yeah, this, I mean, we had two people working on this. It shot in two locations, in Decatur, Alabama, and in Brooklyn, New York, on Avenue P, there's a church, Gravis Reform. So two people, our friend Edik, our mutual, we all know this guy, Igor Katrach. He has his own, company, IK Films. If anybody needs a video, he's good and not expensive. And then I did all the shooting in Alabama of Maria. She came over. And then the whole clip was edited by my good friend, DJ 10Gs. Also check him out. 10 is number 10, DJ IZ, 10Gs. He makes really cool funk music, and he has his own recording studio in Miami, Florida. So those are two people who helped me out with this.
That is nice. All right. Kudos to all of them, Igor and 10Gs, igorkatrach.com, I think that's his website. Well, ikfilms.com, that's his website, right? Or that's his company. You should guys find.
I mean, if you Google IK Films, you'll probably find it.
You'll probably find. Okay, exactly. All right, so as the time moving on, let's play the next song. I mentioned Spaceman, another character, and this is a really good track. It's called 100mm Pistol, okay? So let's give it a shot.
Represents Spaceman for your ass, I recognize. Yeah, smoking Dutchies like crazy. 1, 2, ya got some. Here you come down, boy. I wanna be done, boy. Since I grew up like I couldn't help myself. Used to be smoke fat, never gotta lay back. Don't get cracked, now I got a brand new bag. Who the fuck is bad? Jackson Tim, who got a fat trim? Got a dream gym, bam, drive mad limo with a fat pocket, always pickpocket. Coming straight rocket like a wood child crushes. That's what I call it, fat dodges. I got a stash, fat coats, always got a fucking brand new bag with a brand new slang, bang bang, with a gangster shit, double dutch shit. Represent for those who got the common sense, no motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents. He stands for those who got the common sense, no motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents. You got it right against in a fucking face. You got 100mm pistol, like you always smoke dust. You set it like a rock in the basement. Spend my life, more than fucking haters, more fucking mice. For breakfast, reckless. I got a lot of necklace. I bust it like a dozzle gossip. Never got a problem in the Brooklyn. I represent for those who got the common sense. No motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents. He stands for those who got the common sense. No motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents. No motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents. Represents for all those who got no common sense. No motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents. No motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking dollars, no motherfucking cents.
Really nice one. I don't think I can comment a lot on this, but the performance was amazing. I'm gonna play the next song just to cover the injuries. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, Spaceman, he was a very colorful character, you know.
Yes, he was.
He was like a...
He still is.
He was more like a freestyle rapper.
Yes.
And, you know, when I got him to the studio, he came with like a bottle of Jim Beam and already, you know, with already high, you know, so he would like try to read from his notebook, you know, his lyrics. But after like a couple of lines, he gets lost and he just goes freestyle.
That's how it.
And stuff would come out of his mouth, like 100mm, you know,
pistol.
100mm pistol, whatever.
I have no clue.
Do you understand this caliber?
Yeah, 9mm is this, so 100. That's like a cannon, like a missile or something. I don't know, like Tsar missile. Okay, that's what it is. All right, let's listen to the next track.
TNT, Mutantoff with hands on a mission, control, reporting G-Funk mission completion. Let's roll, especially fast, not particularly slow, just that you all can go with the flow, yo, Brooklyn, 20, NYC, see ya, down to 1, 2, 3, who else could it be? TNT, Mutantoff with hands on a mission, control, reporting G-Funk mission completion. Let's roll, especially fast, not particularly slow, just that you all can go with the flow, yo, Brooklyn, 20, NYC, see ya. Не иначе, как на даче, слышу я кису дачи. У кого она без дачи, у кого она без дачи. Оказалось, что без дачи у самой хозяйки дачи. Да, у Машки на даче без дачи, Титач. У Машки на даче Титач.
ダチャで起きたら女の子たちが誰のダチャが一番いいか言い争っているのが聞こえた。この日たち言い争いをしないで。一番いいダチャは今朝僕が起きた。
nice track. Very nice. Also, I wouldn't call it hip hop. I'm not sure. Is it a hip hop? What genre this would be? This is more like dancey kind of trip hop.
Yeah,
maybe.
I mean, this is a track made by the music is made by Konstantin Yilgazin, who made the music, the remix for Transit Passenger. So, and I was joking. I was like, dude, this is like sounds like sad funk. So we are masters of sad funk.
Sad funk. Okay. All right. Let me. First of all, I think I've heard Japanese in the song, and also the song is called Hitachi, which is the name of the brand, a Japanese brand, as well as this. It mentions that it's featuring Takako Watanabe. That's the name of the person. Who is this person?
This is just that when I lived in Boston, in Cambridge, working at MIT, I met a lot of cool people. So there was this person who I asked just to, I wrote like lyrics, what she needs to say in English, and asked her to translate to Japanese and say it, to the beat, and it all worked very nicely. It was just a friend.
Okay. I started researching and I came across there are musicians with this name, there are doctors with this name, there are other people. I couldn't nail down, I couldn't figure out which one of those people were participating on the album. So now...
She is not a musician. She was, I don't remember. She was in business school in Harvard or something.
Wow, okay. Wow. Well, that is notable as well. So let's spend a few minutes. I have some questions to ask you guys. It's just random questions about different types of things, okay? So let's go, and one question for Mike, one question for Julia. You guys can take them randomly, okay? So the following question. What is your music is all about?
Oh, man. I mean, self-expression, obviously. I mean, it's different. I mean, we have some, funny stuff like parodies and, it's like humorous tracks. And then there's also like serious tracks. Usually we put the serious stuff at the, second side B of the album, But
okay.
Self-expression, I don't know, what about you?
I don't know. I think initially I just supported Mike because it was kind of cool. I really liked that. It was a lot about just playing on words and things like that. So it was, I liked, initially I liked that it was humorous and a lot of parodies we did. So I really relate to that. But when Mike did a couple of serious tracks, I also liked it. Like, what is it, Mike? The not Dead Presidents. What's the other one that I quite like? Just escapes me. Sorry. That's more serious stuff. I also sort of thought, oh, that's actually also quite cool. Because initially I didn't think of him as a serious artist. First of all, he was my husband, so you never think of your husband.
It always goes that way.
Always in front of the computer,
Doubts.
Yeah. But and it was more of a just sort of fun, entertaining, something to do in and be creative, obviously. And I have a massive creative part. He's very creative, always been, and also I think sort of not a DJ, but MC at heart. I think Mike is MC at heart across different aspects of your life. I think always organizing different things. So that was what it was for me.
Right.
Because I don't think I was very good at, I don't have a good voice, but I have a good rhythm, so I could do that. Mike tried to convince me that yes, your voice sounds good.
You only have very good looks, which is important, so.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Well, maybe
that is probably 50%.
But initially it was just music. Nobody cared about my looks. You needed to have a good voice. But I had good in terms of rhythm and saying things. So
yeah, so she would do sexy raps for us, basically.
I think like at least half of the your audience were just coming to see her, not you really, Mike. So when you were performing live, wait, what music? What are you talking about? That girl is pretty good, yeah. Well, Thank you.
Public relations is important.
Exactly. Well, that would be my next question. Who do you think is your audience? Or at least, what do you think?
Well, so the people who heard us, like when we came out, I guess, so I don't know, they would be like maybe 10 years younger than us now. But really, you know, I get emails and, you know, messages and stuff from, you know, all over the world. We had some very strange fans, you know, like from Saudi Arabia, you know, I don't know what people find, you know. Some people like music who don't understand the lyrics. Some, you know, people obviously Russian-speaking, you know, dig the whole thing together.
Yeah, I think it's more of was a crowd in New York at that time, people who liked us. It was a lot of people similar to us, probably, Mike. There was young, well, students, right? So they were studying, they appreciated the sort of irony in the lyrics. And the whole thing that we were, at that time, you were, well, I don't know, first or one of the first people doing this sort of stuff. You know, it was quite unique for our Russian-speaking audience. And I think that's what attracted people differently, sort of.
I think it's, what attracted people is the two sexy chicks with me, you know, Maria and Yulian.
Right. There we go. Make it simple. Well, no. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The presentation is important, yes.
Triple C, double D, yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, so do you feel that your music is in demand?
What's that?
Do you feel that the music that you're making is in demand?
No, absolutely not. I mean, first of all, we kind of don't make anything new very often, like every 5-6 years. So you can't really be on top of the, you know, of the game making, because it's a hobby to me. You know, I don't have time to do it professionally, and you know, all the time. So, you know, at some point, yes, we were at the beginning. I mean, famous, you can say. But since then, I mean, it kind of quieted down. So I don't see like a huge demand or anything. I mean, like that. Mainly because I don't, you know, release anything new very often.
Okay. Okay. There is such a thing as a musician when you feel that sometimes you feel that no one you've made all this effort, you released an album, and no one reacted. Does it affect you?
Initially, probably yes, but I mean, then I mean, I love doing this, so it's something you love, and you know, you just, when you have free time, you just go ahead and tinker with things, make beats, and write lyrics, which is a little harder, I guess. It affects on a short term, I would say.
Does affect on the short term. Okay, and what is your recipe for going through this? For other musicians, younger musicians, let's say, who didn't.
I mean, most of the musicians I know do it because, you know, really love it. So there are some people who do it like, you know, okay, you know, they have this objective to make it to the hit parade or something. I don't know. And that could be, of course, frustrating, you know, because I remember we tried to repeat our success of the first album. We never could, you know, like, it just, you know, the first thing you make is like, everybody's like, wow. And then they want you to make more of the same stuff, you know, but you already, you know, you're living a different life, you're interested in different things. So, I mean, just, if you like what you're doing, just do what you do. I mean, you never know what's going to be in demand or popular. I mean, it's kind of very hard to predict what style or where.
That's right. When, you know, Antonio Banderas will knock on your door and say, "I really like your music, mate. I would like to have it for my next big hit in Hollywood." Yeah. So
yeah, the Electric Blue version 2.0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Well, that's how it happened. I mean, you know, I never dreamed that my music is going to be like in 2 Hollywood movies and 3 TV series. You know, it just happened. You never know. I mean, I had a website. That's why it happened. I mean, back in the days, I made a smart decision to, you know, to get a dedicated website, mutantoff.com, where, by the way, you can check all our stuff. But I never knew that some agent from Hollywood is going to find my website and listen to my music and just like it. So, so that's, you know, you never know.
You never know.
You just have to do your stuff.
So the recipe is just what, to keep going? That's the recipe?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just despite your failures or silence at the other end.
Hey, you might be ahead of your time with your music. You don't know. You know?
All right, that's a good answer. Next question.
Find a woman that will support you, or man, doesn't matter. You know, find somebody to support you.
Yes,
very practical advice from a woman.
Yes, I mean, rice and beans. But you know, I wasn't alone in this. You know, I had Julia to support me and Maria, so close friends. You know, it's important not to be alone in that.
Absolutely, yes. I think you kind of had your own like small social, like a network of people that kind of helped you out here and there, you know. And another person I remembered is Alexander Kuznetsov. Leo. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I too much information. I need to delete some information in my mind to keep up all the important stuff. Yeah, he was also a big participant he's in a bunch of videos actually. Speaking of which, why don't we listen? I think that is something next on my playlist. Funky Intruder.
Yeah, that's another funny video we made. It's an intro to the album, 2011 album Transit. So we just made a funny video where I'm an alien that comes to Earth and becomes a hip hop star.
Right, but I don't think I did the video. Let me double check. I don't think I got the video, dude. So we would have to listen.
Oh, I don't know what you have there.
Yeah, I have a track. So let's listen to the track instead, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I just want, I have more questions, but I don't think we'll feed it all in just one show. We'll have to do the next one. So let's listen to some music.
And Willie, we're with you on remaining APU star. And we're ready, Willie, no deltas.
С которой я бежал, за гастрономический, порнографический криминал. И вот меня уносит неудобный пазл на уровне 8 в интергалактическом мусоровозе. Как вдруг в розе слышу, кто-то ходит. В рулевом отсеке, глянь, да это ж громозека. Старый труд чизака и соседнего барсака. Эй, громозека, чё выглядишь так крейзи, как Бетельгейз? Как погода дома у Бета Ориона. У Бета Ориона, у Бета Ориона, у Бета Ориона, у Бета Ориона.
Железяки нету, ошибся планетой в тентуре этой. Ты выглядишь нелепо, одень свой цака, не сыпать цака, все будет ровно. Хай ништяка, у нас на плюхе за такие глюки стирают скупки, снимают лупки. Лупсы с чем? Лучше ищи. Здесь такие, как ты ищи. Ты мутанто, учи эсперанто, копи артефакто, купи распиратор. Рули сюдовой, крути головой. Эй, постой, давай со мной. Хорошая капа для фанка и хип-хопа вопрос. Ответ глупо, сказал мой папа. Я слушал папа, теперь на плюхе звучит рапа.
Щит, еще один залупленный хит. The money maker, the chip shaker, с элементами верхнего брейка. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Вопрос, держи на звезду класса джипа. А надо посмотри на эту голубую крошку.
Все, что было прошлое, выжито, прожито, работаю полшенью уже, как горошина та планета, с которой я бежал. За гастрономический, порнографический криминал. И вот меня уносит в неудобной позе на уровне 8 в интергалактическом мусоровозе. В интергалактическом мусоровозе. В интергалактическом мусоровозе. За гастрономический, порнографический криминал.
This track is being mixed by Mr. Malloy. Daniel Remix.
It's a remix by DJ David from Russia, but it features a very famous, MC, Russian MC, Mr. Malloy. Yeah.
Sounds very, very like nicely produced. Well, here's we are short on time, and I'm going to just skip over certain things I planned. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to do the following. Basically, I wanted to, while I was looking for music, this particular track sounds like EDM. It doesn't sound like doesn't sound like a hip hop or anything, like electronic dance music or intelligent dance music, IDM. But here's what I did. Sometimes I do like funky stuff. I go and I use some services that will analyze the sound and give me music alike by the tone, by the vocal tone, by the beat, and just music alike. So I kind of analyzed a few of your tracks, and I found a bunch of other artists sound like you. And I found one American, one Italian, and one Russian. So let's give it a shot. I just want to see your reaction. Stay tuned.
Lo sappiamo tutti, non è vero? Ma non li ho fatti marciare per deriderli. Li ho fatti marciare per illustrare la questione del conformismo, la difficoltà di mantenere le proprie convinzioni di fronte
Sarebbe forse un po' più facile se io pensassi lo stesso che pensi te. Se ogni storia avesse un happy end, senti me. Vengo da un posto freddo, dove ho imparato che sei libero solo se lotti per ciò che hai dentro. Sguardo loco, rischio toto, non ti quoto. Evito stronzi omologati come robot. Basta pose, basta foto, memi, basta poco per ripigliare il tempo come Momo. Sta testa è dura come acciaio, spirito marinaio. Le mani fredde, il cuore caldo come a gennaio. Lotterò per ciò che credo come un navaio. Pazienza se la vita sarà un calvario. Troppi ignanisti e fede, nuovi giudizi e pene. Più cerco indizi, più scopro, più so di non sapere. Ste ferite sono il prezzo della libertà. Quindi non venirmi a dire mai come che si fa.
Pensavi fosse tutto come programmavi. Tutti amici, tutti uniti in fila, fate i bravi. Né buoni né cattivi, ci vogliono schiavi. Diventi una minaccia quando non ti adegui. Pensavi fosse tutto come programmavi. Tutti amici, tutti uniti in fila, fate i bravi. Né buoni né cattivi, ci vogliono schiavi. Diventi una minaccia se poi non ti adegui.
Come ha detto Frost, 2 strade trovai nel bosco e io scelsi quella meno battuta. Ed è per questo che sono diverso.
Non serve il 007 nemmeno la CIA per dirti quella striscia bianca in cielo cosa sia. Vogliono i soldi tuoi e fidati li avranno quando poi tra qualche anno spenderai denaro in farmacia. Corri a votare ma prima devi leggere. Informati su come far valere queste tessere. Per me non è così, sta storia non può reggere. Davvero vi pensate di decidere chi eleggere? Un gigantesco Truman Show sotto il vero cielo. E tu non sei lo spettatore ma il protagonista scemo. Bisogna porsi più domande, omologarsi meno. Liberi di muoverci ma i gap gabbie di veleno. Non temo il cambiamento purché resti positivo. Ragiono con la testa mia ed è così che vivo. La fila l'ho sempre saltata fin da ragazzino. Ogni tua scelta è un punto fermo e resta decisivo.
Pensavi fosse tutto come programmavi, tutti amici, tutti uniti in fila fate i bravi, né buoni né cattivi ci vogliono schiavi, diventi una minaccia quando non ti adegui. Pensavi fosse tutto come programmavi, tutti amici, tutti uniti in fila fate i bravi, né buoni né cattivi ci vogliono schiavi, diventi una minaccia se poi non ti adegui. Distruggo la barriera del tuo qualunquismo.
Alright, so that was the band, the group called Dead Poets, and the name of the track Quando non ti adegui. All right, we are short on time. I'm gonna play the.
This is some serious hardcore Italian Wu-Tang.
Yeah. So we're gonna play now the American version. Okay. All right. Stay tuned.
I never had real friends till now. I never had to steal ends, cause that's foul. I walk the streets with a baseball bat feeling secure, but I try not to incite fights that's immature. Actions that come back to haunt. I work hard to get the things that I want and never flaunt, never post where the most guys post high. I keep my focus towards the ground and I pound any brother who's my ace to my face. Even if he snakes on the under, I try not to wonder. Training my brain with mental anguish, strangers rather eerie, clearly just a whim. I adjust a him, deal with the dealers and the squealers and the jockeys. I can take the fizz out the carbonated copies. Imprints are made in the sand as I walk. Them hints reveal rather grand as I talk. Small individuals seem larger when they take charge of their antics, making them gigantic. So you never suspect their neck being strained. So many situated thoughts in the brain. Heavy weight gain, so I weight train. Cause to me the weight gain is a great gain. And I hate sane individuals who close their nose to new aromas. I got the smelling sauce that I'm prone to. Clear the nasal days, you probably make your raise to a new level. You see the true devils, any color you wish, because the devil takes any shape, any form, any swarm, right over your dish like a picnic. I think the sick shit, I have my wrist slit like a suicide, but I survived, and you can too, plan to live a full life.
So that's what you sound like for the special AI that scans the music and thinks that's what you sound like. All right, guys.
Very nice. I liked it.
Okay, and the last track was by the name of the track is Eye Examination, and it is by Del the Funky Homo Sapien. So just remember that. Okay, guys, I'd like to stay longer with you, but the next show starts just in a few more minutes. Okay, so we do have pretty much 3 minutes to say goodbye and to play your very last video, which I will play as soon as we will say goodbye. Thank you guys so very much. You made my day. It was an amazing show. You guys are fun, and yes, and that is your son Sebastian. Hi, Sebastian. Yep. Sebastian. Yeah. And so what I want to say is that please share where people can find your music, and where they should go to look for your stuff, and we'll leave it at that. And unfortunately we don't have too much more time, and I know you're working on a new album right now, which is going to be released in January of 2020, correct?
2021.
2021, sorry, yes, 2021. we can't go back in time.
We're moving 2020 from the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we'll talk more about that in the next program. I mean, you guys, you can, find all our stuff on www.mutantoff with a double F.com. There's, all music there for free. You can watch videos, whatever, pictures, there's, all kinds of stuff there.
Right. Julia, thank you so very much for waking up so early, jumping.
All right, awesome, mate. Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon again.
We will.
Thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yes, absolutely. And that was Mike Mutantoff and The Killektive, one of the first Russian-American hip-hop and rap bands. Okay, thank you guys. And let's watch the last video from this is, I think it's called It's not back to Jersey. No. Well, hold on a second. This is coincidence. No, well, you'll have to.
Incident Control Center. That's our, new project.
New project. All right, let's play it. And that would be it. Thanks all for joining this program of Electrosteam. So long. Have a good weekend.
Party through the night never happens without enhancements like essence of American success is access to access. Hey, society, remember me? You're from a corruptee, I detest your R&B, rhythm and bitches. Get this picture, I make my own music with different ambitions. And a sewer from the sewer, representing all those who got some common sense, but no fucking dollars, no motherfucking cents.
I'm too awesome for your armed forces, too awesome for your armed forces, I'm too awesome for the armed forces, too awesome for the armed forces.